Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. As always, thank you so much for watching. We are going to do the last Halloween video of the season. I thought I'd do something fun. We're going to do the Gangster Babe. So let's hop right into that. I am actually going to use a different palette than what I normally do because I normally use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Instead, I'm going to use this Tarte palette here. It has highlight and contour colors and then some eyeshadow colors here. Just thought I would use a different palette instead of my usual palette. Go right up underneath the eye with the highlighter color in this palette. And then I'm gonna go in with both this shade and this shade for my contour color. Let's start that here and start carving out. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the contour color. Always go underneath and clean up, just in case. Swirl it around. Okay, contour shade is on. Once that's done, I am going to go in with my MAC 221 brush. I'm gonna go back into this palette. I'm gonna go with this kind of a burnt orange shade here down in the bottom of the palette. And then dust that on my eye. Concentrating most of it on the crease. We are gonna keep this a pretty natural look. I am gonna do some liner as well. All right. Then I'm gonna move over to the next shade in that quad, which is a little bit darker. Kick off some of the excess product, as Tarte tends to have pretty nice pigmentation, and just swirl this through the crease. This is just giving dimension. I don't want anything too fancy, just a little bit here to create the shape. A little bit more on the outside crease. Just adding some depth to the eye. Pretty good. We're gonna add a little bit more to this eye, make them even. Okay, once that color is pretty saturated through the crease and you're happy with it, make sure you take your highlighter brush and just kind of sweep any excess that has fallen down. And I'm gonna move on from that particular step and I'm gonna move to the brows. I am going to put Bulletproof, which is black eyeshadow, in my brows. I am gonna use the Anastasia brush in 12, which has a spoolie, and then the liner, angled liner brush on one side. I'm gonna comb up my brows. The brows are pretty important in this look. They need to be dark and they need to be pretty saturated. So here we go. Kind of get in here for you so you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm doing brush strokes. Makes a huge difference when you do super dark brows, right? Definitely puts the character together. Okay, one brow looks pretty decent. I'm gonna comb it through a little bit here. give myself a little more shape. Kind of square it off a little bit. Definitely gives me a more intense vibe. Huge difference. One brow, no brow. Brow, no brow. Crazy what some eyebrow colors can do for a person. Moving on to the other brow. Okay, for this look, I'm pretty happy with the brows. I am going to take my spoolie and comb them through just so it looks a little more hair-like and a little less plastered. Same thing to the other side, guys. Okay, blending here because I got some black all over the place, right? All right, brows look pretty good. Definitely look intense, right? Okay. So the brows, I think, are done to kind of what I was going for. So I'm going to leave them and move on. No reason to keep playing with the brows. Cleaning up under the eye again, of course, just to make sure that it looks good. I'm going to go back in here with some eyeshadow and kind of darken this up now, because now that I have my brows on, it doesn't look as dark as I want it to. I like that. I am going to take a little bit of that same color and go underneath the lash line just a little bit to warm it up. I am going to also add a black liner to the inside of my eye as well. Then I'm going to move on to another palette and then highlight under my eyes just a little bit because I need a little bit more. I look a little sad. It's the Buxom palette. I'm going to use this bronzer in here, which they carry regularly, and then the highlighter, which they do not carry regularly anymore, so we just leave that nameless. Back up under the eye. A little bit in the forehead. Just kind of highlighting what I think is important. Then going back in with my angle brush into that bronzer from the Buxom palette, and then warming up the bronzer with the contour. This is additional steps. You don't have to do this. I just think it makes the whole look a little more complete. I do like to put the bronzer into my hairline just so I look nicely sun-kissed. Okay, once that's done, I am going to move on to the blush. I'm using Tarte's Unstoppable, which is kind of a nude blush, with my blush brush. I'm going to go right over the top of that. Okay. And then the fun part for all Boss Babes. So I'm going to use brown liner, and then I'm going to use, I think, a combination of a very old Victoria's Secret gloss, which is kind of this like brown gold clear gloss, and see how this turns out. Okay, line the lips here. So we got the brown lip liner on, which I have not done a brown lip liner since the 90s. So this entire look is freaking me out just a little bit. Then go in with a gloss. I'm just gonna take my ring finger and pat that on. Wow, if that doesn't take you back, I don't know what will. Okay, so now that I've got my lips on, I am going to do some eyeliner off camera. It just takes a little bit too much time to make it perfect on camera. So I'm gonna do my eyeliner and my mascara off camera. So when I come back, I will have my whole Boss Babe look on. And if you wanna see that, keep on watching. Hi guys. Alright guys, this is the completed look. I can't talk with the grill in my mouth, so I had to take that little beauty out. But this is my Gangster Boss Babe. Hopefully you guys are having an excellent Halloween, and I will see you in the next one.